Thank you, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Administrator sounds a little bit awkward in English, so I don't know what is really the translation of administrateur. I don't do much administration, also I do a little, but I'm more like president or chair or something, whatever you want to translate it. So it's my great honor and pleasure to welcome you here to the Collège de France. I don't know if it's your first time. If it's your first time, enjoy. And there's also Paris. You should enjoy Paris before the Olympic Games start, because this will be another story. Also, it can be interesting for economists to see if this is really a good outcome for the city or not. But this is not the topic of this meeting. So the topic of this meeting is a 4-day conference in honor of Zvi Griliches, which allows to pay tribute to such an outstanding scholar and human being. And I would like, first of all, to congratulate and to pay thanks to my colleague Philippe Aghion, who took the initiative and organized this important meeting. As you all know, Zvi Griliches was born in Kaunas to a Russian-speaking Jewish family. He and his family in 1941 were locked up in the Kovno ghetto until 1944. When then the Nazis evacuated the ghetto, they were sent to the Dachau concentration camp, where his father and mother died in 1945. Zvi Griliches survived until the arrival of the American troops in May 1945. In 1947, he moved to mandatory Palestine, where he served in the army in Tzahal and learned Hebrew. He studied then first at the Hebrew University of Mount Scopus at Jerusalem, and then went to the United States to study economics at the University of California in Berkeley. And from there, he moved to the University of Chicago, where he soon became one of the leading experts in US econometrics and empirical research on innovation and R&D. So it is often said that there are two types of academics: the hedgehogs, who have one big and important idea during their career, and the foxes that have many smaller, more diverse ideas running around a little bit. And as his student and disciple Mark Schankerman puts it very well, Zvi Griliches was a hedgehog disguised as a fox. Some know him through his path-breaking work on the determinants of innovation, on patenting, on productivity, on knowledge spillovers, and the social returns to R&D. Others know him through his seminal work on human capital. Yet others will remember Zvi Griliches for his work on hedonic prices or on estimating production functions to assess economies of scale. But in fact, all these contributions can be seen as part of one main intellectual ambition, namely to understand the empirical sources of long-run productivity growth. Before anybody else, Zvi Griliches understood that this question needed to be addressed at the microeconomic level, the level at which innovative decisions are made. His considerable body of empirical work is the underpinning for nearly all modern research on innovation and endogenous growth, the underpinning of all what you will be presenting and discussing here over the next 4 days. You're very courageous. It's very rare to have a 4-day meeting. So I hope Philippe did well to plan 4 days. But I think all the questions you will discuss are worth to be together for 4 days. How can we explain the recent decline in productivity growth? How can green innovativity help us curb climate change? How do social origins affect the probability of becoming an inventor, as well as the direction of innovation? And how will the AI revolution affect future productivity growth? How does the big data revolution affect the way in which we understand and measure innovation and its impact on productivity growth? And what can we expect from innovation in the domain of health? These and many other related questions that are so important for the future of our societies, that are very threatened at the moment, will be discussed here over the next 4 days by you, world-leading researchers on innovation and productivity growth, a research area pioneered by Zvi Griliches, and which has become more fruitful and central than ever 25 years after Zvi left us. So, let me just say that the Collège de France is in a way a natural place to host such a conference since our primary mission is to make frontier research, research in the making, accessible to the public at large. In a way, the question of innovation is fundamental to many fields and topics of research here at the Collège de France. The context of innovation is even important, if you permit me this, in my own field. Myself, I'm a biblical scholar, and I wrote a book that was called The Invention of God, and he asked me if I did patenting, and I didn't, in which I argued that ancient Judaism innovated radically the traditional religious concepts by inventing monotheism. And this is a new idea of religion, which allowed also for more economic freedom, which is not always recognized. So, but this is another story, and that does not belong here to your conference. But just to say, yeah, this is a main topic of interest, I think, for many chairs here in the Collège de France. So again, it's a great privilege to have you here, to welcome you here at the Collège de France. I wish you a very stimulating, interesting conference. And I hope you will enjoy also a little bit of Paris, if it's possible at all. And you will enjoy, of course, the meeting. Thank you so much for coming, and have a good conference.